afternoon. This video is going to show you how to use the Map Layers widget within the Jefferson County Property Viewer application. When you click on the Map Layers widget, it brings it up in a pop-up window that you can resize using the lower right hook to scroll up or down. This allows you to see all the different layers without having to scroll through it like you would in this case. We've grouped a variety of layers together to also make it a little more user-friendly for seeing the data that's available. If there's not a right-facing arrow in front of the data, that means it's an individual layer. So in this case, the site address is simply by itself. The I with the slash through it means it's turned off. And when you open this application up, these are the defaults. So if you want to see the site address information, you simply click on the I and the slash goes away to where you can see it. It is still grayed out, so that means it's not available at this zoom level. However, if we zoom in, it's no longer grayed out and you can see those site address numbers. If you click on it, it's going to give you a pop-up to tell you what the site address information is, and it usually has the current as of date on there as well. If you see one of two, that means there's multiple pop-ups. If you click the next, in this case, it shows you the property owner's information. It also has a link to the property record card if you click here. This also shows you the date current as of right here. If you don't want to see a layer, for example, the site address, you just click on that I again and the numbers go away. The road center lines is a layer by itself. Tax parcels is the property boundaries, your subdivision lot lines, and lot numbers if you have them. As you can see here, these are grayed out, so once you start zooming in close enough, they become darker and you can see them on the map. If you scroll in closer, you can see lot numbers, if applicable, and lot lines. The other types of group layers we have are the cities and wards, if you want to see that information. We do have control data. A lot of the surveyors use this. The FEMA flood information is available on this map as well, but we do have a separate application that actually has a little less information on it and easier to navigate if you're just looking for flood data information. We have utility districts, which is your sewer and water district, so you can see what district you're in. If you click on your property, it also shows you what districts you're in as well. Zoning data, if you turn it on, will show you what the property is zoned. Again, you might have to scroll through the pop-up. This is one of two. So the second one is the zoning districts and it shows what district it is. Voting districts and elections shows your voting precinct that you're in, and then it also shows all the political districts. For example, your county council districts, you can see who your district person is. If you click on the map, again, you'll have to scroll through your pop-up and you can see that who your district person is, and if you click on the link, it takes you out to their website. If you scroll all the way out, you can see those lines. We have it for state representative, the political townships, and the Missouri Senate U.S. Congressional District as well. We also have the tax districts available. So for example, your school fire ambulance, you can turn it on, click on the map, and it tells you what school district you're in. You can go out to the school district website. Surface water is stream orders. Let me turn off the school district. So for example, your stream order would show up here. We do have like watersheds. If you want to see what watershed you're in, click on the map and that gives you that information. Turn it off if you're not interested in seeing it. Supportive data is basically a bucket for everything else that doesn't really fit in one of the other groups. We have the park locations, for example. If you click on those, it's going to tell you what type of park it is. We also have trustee properties. However, we have an application strictly for that as well that has a lot of different tools that come in handy for trustee property search. We do have contours and hillshade. If you turn that on, and it's grayed out right now, but if you zoom in, you can see the hillshade. The hillshade and the contours are based on 2021 data, so any areas that have been changed, excavated, subdivisions gone up post 2021 will not show in this hillshade. And then we do have imagery for a few different years. 2026 is the default that's turned on by default. If you want to see prior years, you just simply turn those on, and it's going to draw that year over every other year below it. So for example, if you want to see 2024, but you have 2018 turned on, you need to turn 2018 off and then turn 2024 on to see it. And that is how you use the map layers widget in the Jefferson County Property Viewer.